Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss Castle and Key's new tasting room in Louisville. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cool, Darren McLeod, and Katie Joyce.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hello, hello. Hey.
Hey-oh. So, yeah, we're going to have a fun show today talking about Castle and Key, new tasting room, and we'll share what's going on with that, I don't think any of us have been there, but we'll talk about what it sounded like it is going to be, and we'll also get into whether it's something that interests us. We'll get to that in just a little bit. For right now, Kathy Cool said there's something she wanted to talk about, and before we get to that, Kathy, do you want to apologize to the Bourbon Daily audience for telling them that Joan Jett was in Happy Days? I mean, I think you should. I mean, you spread false information. People were taking that.
Can't you just let me live in my fantasy
they
world?
Probably lost bar bets because of this. I can just see people out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a little tidbit about Joan Jett. Yeah.
Hey, I'm on the same podcast with the guy who said that the French wood was from Iowa.
That was Ohio, but yes, close. Yeah, Northern Ohio. That limousine.
Northern Ohio.
Oh yeah, Northern Ohio. It's big there. So yes, yeah. He at least admitted it. But of course, just to me and Jim, not to the hundreds of people we told as we're trying to sell our barrel pick about the Northern Ohio. I mean, I don't even know how you go back and call all that in. Once that happens, we have to do a press conference. I don't know. I'm doing a press conference and Katie's like standing like a foot behind me and to the left or something. And I'm just looking at her every once in a while to make sure.
I'll have a buzzer ready. You'll know if you're going off track.
Yes. So yeah. So
I feel like if I give up the belief now that I'll just be selling out.
All,
like I'm going to go to my deathbed.
Where did you come up with that? Did you just make that up because it looked like her, you thought? Or did you think you heard that at one point? Or
Oh, I'm pretty sure that when that episode came out, I was like maybe 9 or 10 years old.
Right. So you're like, that's Joan Jett.
In my world, that was Joan Jett. And okay. I'm going to take it to the grave.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, even though I've been proved wrong by the whole internet machine, in my head, that was Joan Jett.
In your head, in a parallel universe in which you live and you're in charge, Joan Jett was in the show. 100%.
Absolutely.
She was Leather Tuscadero.
Leather Tuscadero.
And the
in a parallel universe, Limousine Oak grows in Northern Ohio. So
a whole different world. It's one other little world.
Parallel universes. Yes. Okay. So Kathy, you did have a legitimate question besides all that. What
I did. So I don't know if you guys realize this, but earlier this week, it was announced that Virgin Orbit is filing bankruptcy. Now, this, of course, is the Virgin airline to space, right?
Right. Richard Branson's place.
So this is trouble for the commercial space flights of the future. But if you were given the opportunity to go to space, would you?
God, no. I wouldn't even go 10 feet in the air if I was given the opportunity. I'm not so space. No. Sounds terrible.
Steve,
I'm terrified.
you wouldn't fly with me?
I'd be terrified, Katie. I would be
I didn't
terrified.
ask if you'd be terrified. I asked if you would fly with me.
Probably. And then I'd be like, oh, worst case scenario, I'll just die side by side with Katie. They'd just bury us in a plane somewhere. Yeah.
There are a lot of worse ways to go.
Yeah. The statues of us at the site where we crashed. Yeah. There they are. The space, no way. I don't even really like flying. Everyone knows this. I drive everywhere, and I don't know why they make fun of me about it, and I don't seem to understand. But I prefer it. I don't care if you make fun of me because I like to drive places because I prefer it. It's the preferred means of travel. Now, if I could fly myself around like Katie, maybe that would be better, but I can't. So I like driving.
It's just
Can I drive to space?
Yeah. The lessons are there. You could do this. You have.
Well, but I'm just about a humble podcaster. I just,
you're. It's not like you're, running a business. And
screwing up more things.
Like driving.
Still, Steve, you could learn.
It's just like driving, except now there's an up and down.
It's adding another dimension.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fender bender there is different though. So a little bit. A little bit. So.
But there's nothing to hit, like besides the ground. So as long as you keep going up, you're doing okay.
Birds are a
problem. Your fellow airplane people, they're a problem.
Yeah, that is the problem. Is that
other airplanes.
You come into the same area to land. So if you get someone who's not talking the way they should, communication can be an issue.
Yeah, I would guess so.
My answer to Kathy's question, though, is yes, I would go to space.
Really?
Give me the opportunity. I would, even if it's like semi-sketchy, I'm going to give it a go.
Okay.
Me too. I'd go in a heartbeat, like so quick. Yep. Sign me up. Where do I need to sign my life away? I don't care.
Now, what's the point of it? Just to say you did it, like climbing Mount Everest? I mean, because you look at like the thing Captain Kirk did. He went into space. All he did is just shot up and then came back down. It was like, what's the point?
So I'm not an adrenaline junkie by any means. Like I have no interest in skydiving. I do not have an interest in bungee jumping, anything like that. However, I absolutely love the sky. I love flying. I love my pilot's license. It is so peaceful. The removal from the ground, being up in the air, looking down at it. So I can only imagine that being up in space and looking down at the earth would be one of the coolest moments that you could possibly experience in life. So the opportunity to get that perspective on the world, I would absolutely take that.
McNew?
So are we talking like the future and maybe we've built like a resort on the space station?
Just like tomorrow. McNew, you want to go to space tomorrow.
Zero interest, because I have learned years ago that all my vacations are just drinking in different locations. And if that's not an option, I don't want to go. Not going.
Interesting. Fair enough. Take some of those powdered cocktails up there, maybe.
Maybe.
No, you just take a barrel up there, and then you can have spaced aged whiskey. And then when you come back down,
it's going to explode, I think.
Yeah, I need to
figure that one out.
More, it could be fine, but
it could be fine. Yeah, tighten those hoops. Okay, Darren, how about you? You going to space?
I am an adrenaline junkie. I have wanted to skydive since I was 2. I want to bungee jump, and I want to do all that stuff. So going to space is on that list.
But you're 24 and you haven't done any of it yet. So
yeah, well,
I mean,
I have free climbed off of mountains. Like I've started at the top and then climbed down without any ropes and stuff. So,
but at some of these things, I mean, if you wanted to bungee jump, I would assume you could. I mean, this is not. I mean,
it's more about being in the right place. You can't really bungee jump around St. Louis and Columbia, so it would be a destination. But it's on the list.
There's a bridge across from Wild Turkey, and the people that own the property let you bungee jump off of it.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be cool.
Sounds terrible, but go ahead. Yeah, so I'm not bungee jumping anywhere. Not at this size, no. This size and this age. First of all, as I hit the lowest point, all the bones break, and then the bungee breaks. It slows me down enough to feel my bones break, and then I just go ahead and snap the damn rubber band, and then I just die too. So, but I go through the pain first. It wasn't like, well, it just was over so quick. No, I'll go through the pain, and then I die.
Like he felt everything.
Yeah, he felt all of this. 100%. We do the autopsy. the warden, and yes, he was in extreme amount of pain through all this ordeal. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So Kathy, what about you? Are you going to space?
I think I would like to, but there would be so much vomiting in the process.
Oh God.
You know? Like the whole getting up there.
Yeah,
That's
and
just
if you're
gonna be nothing but
face helmet, that would be horrible.
It's nothing but vomit. If I could just get past the vomiting, yeah, I'll go.
Oh, God damn. What kind
You're
of
gonna let vomit not keep you from going to space?
Yes.
Like that is
100%.
the
It's
smallest
vomit.
little thing.
Oh, no. This is terrible. All right.
If they can guarantee I'm not going to vomit, then I'll give it a go.
They can't guarantee that. They don't have a no vomit guarantee. That's not how that works.
I think you practice, Kathy. You have to train. Like if you go to every county fair the summer beforehand and just ride the Gravitron a bunch of times, you got to train yourself first.
That's one way.
The Tom's Twister. You have to ride the Tom's Twister when they drop the floor.
You can do the spinning things. It's the roller coasters. Like I've ridden roller coasters and gotten off and vomited right there.
Really?
The opposite. I don't like the spinny things. I can do the roller.
No.
Okay, so neither one of them are going in my airplane.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Well, guess what? On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Katie. Katie, what do you got?
I have Art of the Spirits.
Oh, nice. That's ABV Barrel Shop pick.
Arguably one of the prettiest bottles you could ever buy.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It's just so pretty. Well, I changed my audio settings here so that, there we go. Okay. Oh, no. Come on.
Wow. Those audio settings worked. Yeah. Wow. That was explosive. All right, Darren, what do you got?
I got a little bit of Copper Dome whiskey from Nobleton's.
Okay. Nothing there. Kathy?
I'm going to try to do the Cedar Ridge. Barley's
pick. Okay. Oh, not much there. It was above Darren, but well behind Katie. All right. McNew?
I have a Larceny Barrel Proof. It's the A123.
Okay. Very weak. I've got the Elmer Teely. I'm not lying about this stuff. They're bad. The microphones, I think, have caught up with the cork popping technology, I think. So, well. All right, here we go. Got to get the settings right. Yeah. Yeah, that was decent. It was. Compared to everyone else, mine was good, other than Katie, of course. Katie's was fantastic. She wins on an explosive cork pop. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Ding. Ding. All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's going to be time to talk about Castle & Key's new tasting room. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely family distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Hello, this is Brian Nation of Keeper's Heart Whiskey. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Castle and Key's Louisville Tasting Room.
Yes, we are. So Castle and Key has opened up a tasting room, one of the first to get theirs open. We know that there was some legislature that was changed in 2022, allowing distilleries in Kentucky to add tasting rooms. So they have it at the Omni Louisville, which is downtown Louisville. 402 2nd Street is where it's specifically located. And this sounds like a pretty basic place. I mean, some of these are grandiose with like event space and places where like classrooms and things like that. This one is just basically a tasting bar. They will mix cocktails with their whiskey, but they've only got 3 on the menu, so it's not like it's overly extensive. And it's a place where you can buy bottles. What do you guys think about this?
I like it.
It's pretty. Yeah.
I like it too.
It was gorgeous.
I mean, it's in a hotel, so they're going to get all that traffic.
That's what I think too. I don't think they're setting it up where they think they're going to draw bourbon fans from everywhere there. But if you're staying at the hotel, hell yeah, you're going to stop by there, right? And you can buy bottles. I mean, yeah.
Or even if you're just in that area, I think it's a really cool place to go stop in there. That I think it won't be overcrowded of being like the super hot cocktail bar, etc. So it's a place where you could go buy a bottle, the cocktail, etc. So I think it hits that nice middle ground there. I'm really excited for what it could offer.
Yeah. It sounds like they're doing it right. And there's a lot of conventions and things like that at that particular hotel. So they're going to get a lot of traffic there. So I think it's a great high profile place. I kind of like the fact that it's not this big grandiose thing that has got all this. I like the idea of small, just in this location. That sounds pretty cool, and we'll see what they can do with it. So
there's a few things though. They need to have educated staff and good quality staff. So they really could get messed up by kind of having like, this is hotel staff that's filling in here, kind of a vibe. Right. That needs to still feel like this is someone connected to the distillery.
Yes.
So I really hope they fill that.
It feels like they need to go through the same training if they were getting ready to hire a tour guide at Castle and Key.
Yes, totally.
They would need to go through that. They need to be able to tell that story and talk about the brand. It feels like they need, even though that at that point has nothing to do with their job. Once they're not giving tours or anything, but they need to know all that information. So yeah. So if they do that,
I think the idea to drive people to not drive them like a bus, but drive them to the distillery.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so too, because it's like, hey, I was in Louisville. This is convenient because Castle and Key seems like it's kind of out there to me. But if I went here and had a great experience, I would definitely make it more of an effort to go to the distillery afterwards or at some other point when I'm in Kentucky.
Right. Yeah, because as I mentioned there, it is a business hotel, and there could be many people that are in there for business, having nothing to do with bourbon industry or going to distilleries, but to pop in there, like, I'd be like, I need to come back and I need to go to Castle and Key when I go here. So
the thing that they really have going for them is that bottle design. Like at a place that might not be full of bourbon fans, everyone's going to walk in and see those gorgeous bottles that they have and be like, what is this? What's going on here? And that automatically, to the untrained person, is going to increase their what people want and what they're expecting out of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, any Kentucky distillery in Kentucky that's not taking advantage of these tasting rooms that they can put places, I think is doing it wrong, because
they're missing out.
All it is a place that you could have like more connections, get more people in the door, and start off from a different location rather than what's already been there for years.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and these big hotels to get dibs on that space and to be able to keep it small and not turn it into event space and more work. They're really, I think they hit it on the head there.
I think it's making whiskey world more approachable as well. I think going to a distillery might be a little overwhelming for people, but going into a tasting room or this gift shop idea, someone could stop by more and kind of be that foot in the door. That is going to draw in a whole new crowd of people as well. So I'm really excited about that too.
Very good. Very good. Well, on that note, check it out. The Castle and Key 502, which of course is Louisville's area code. We got plenty of people that listen in Kentucky. They're like, of course, you idiot.
That's
but
why.
Not everyone listens in Kentucky.
Right.
Not everyone listens in Kentucky. So, yes.
Kind of like here, Louisville. If they did the 314, I'd be like, well, duh. But
right. Exactly. So, yes. So, check it out. If you get in the area of the Omni Louisville at 402 South 2nd Street. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we're starting with you. Where can people find you?
You can follow me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures, and also friend me on Facebook at Darren McRoy, and quite often at the ABV Barrel Shop.
Kathy.
I am on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
All right, Katie.
Look, Kathy's paused her looked out. Like, did she forget her name? Or
notes for the next show?
She was already looking ahead. So, yeah.
I was getting ready to step in for you, Kathy, to remind you what your name was. But you can find me over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, McNew.
I would like to. Oh, I'm on Instagram at McNew.
What's happening? I don't know. I'm not sure. All right.
Kathy and I
are in charge of all the
first show. It's first show, so we'll get into this by next show.
It can only go up from here.
We'll get better
as we drink more. Get sloppy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the fifth show, it will be for sure.
By the fifth show, Steve's like,
numbers 2 through 4 on this show. 2 through 4 are going to be great. I get the feeling. So, all right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, where we have some of the greatest barrel picks in the world. We allow you to try before you buy, which is very cool. So check us out, abvbarrelshop.com. When you're there, ask us about the if you know, speak easy. If we look like you can be trusted, we'll tell you about it. All right. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, Or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's Birthday Barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.